cried more today than I have in a while, so I'll try not to get up here and cry. I'll start with the president. And when he asked us to come to D.C. and work with him, that was about a 1-minute conversation with my wife. And it wasn't that we wanted to leave Chicago. It wasn't that they necessarily wanted to be our education secretary. I just wanted to be on his team and believe so much in what he was about and what he stood for. And I have to say, 7.5 years later, my admiration is only greater. And it's pretty remarkable. It's important for the folks to know that every hard decision, his only question was, what's the right thing to do for kids? And challenging us and our team to fight for kids every single day. And often that was the hard political decision. And that was never a factor. And his passion and his commitment has been absolutely extraordinary. And for me, it's not the political leadership, it's not the educational leadership, it's the moral leadership. And I just can't tell you, Mr. President, personally, what an unbelievable honor it was just to spend some time. And for those, it's every day you see it, but for folks who watched him last night talking about the horrendous massacre, gun massacre in Oregon, and how preventable these things are, we need that moral leadership, and please keep that fight. To our team, the team you have at the White House, Cecilia and Dennis and Valerie and others, it's been extraordinary to work with the DPC. I don't say this lightly. I think our team at the Department of Education is stronger than it's ever been. You never know over 7-8 years how those teams go, and do you have the B team towards the end? Well, I think we have the A team, and the combination of being able to work with the White House, Sean and Sylvia and so many folks are here, Anthony, with the team in place. I'm just extraordinarily hopeful and confident about what they can do together. Emma and Ted and the rest of the crew, you said a little bit about John, and for folks to know, for all of us, this work is very, very personal. For the president, it's very personal. For me, it's very personal. John was one of those kids that probably shouldn't be in a room like this if you sort of look at the stereotypes. And not the easiest time growing up. He'll tell you more about it, but lost both his parents at a pretty early age. Went to live with his brother. That wasn't very easy either. But he had an amazing teacher who saw something in him and kept him going. And today, he gets to stand here with the president. And so many times, I think we in society write off kids that look like John and come from places like John. And to see what he can accomplish, I think that's what drives all of us. We know there's so many other kids out there we can reach. And while I'm deeply, deeply sad to be leaving, I'm extraordinarily happy and thankful and proud that John's going to carry on this work with the team. So I want to thank everybody for their hard work. I quickly want to, try not to get emotional here, but thank my parents as well. And my dad is a lifelong educator at the University of Chicago. Taught there all his life. My mother started an inner city tutoring program before we were born and raised all of us as a part of that program. And that changed our lives. And all our life, we saw what kids could do when they were given a chance. And that's why we do this work today. And to be able to see what she did at one little corner at 46 in Greenwood, and to now have a chance over the past 6.5 years to try and have an impact around the nation, because this man gave us a chance. For my family, I can't tell you how much it means to us. And then finally, just to my family. And I love this work. I love this team. I love the president. I love the chance to serve. The only thing I love more is you guys. And I can't wait to come home and see a couple more track meets and maybe get to coach Ryan a little bit and maybe have a few more dinners and maybe go to a movie someday. That'd be pretty amazing. So it's been too long. And so it's been an amazing, amazing journey, and I feel so proud to be so lucky to have been a part of this team. And Mr. President, thanks for creating the climate in which all of us here could have the impact we did. And we can never repay the debt of gratitude we owe you for your leadership and your courage. So thank you so much. I want to turn it over to John.